Well, today I'm going to be showing you one of my hobbies. Well, sort of my hobbies. Um, as you can see, there's a lot of snow on the ground. And well, when there's a lot of snow on the ground, getting exercise kind of sucks. And this past summer, I've taken up bicycle riding. And so I'm going to show you the bicycle that I ride and my future plans. So, I have it in my room because, well, it really teases you to get on it because it's like, hey, I'm sitting here, collecting dust. Why don't you work out? I'm out of shape. I mean, I'm not obese or fat or anything like that, but I get winded way too easily, and so I need to fix that. So about this bicycle, this is a Schwinn Super Latour. This was built in around 1978. I know you're thinking, holy shit, that's old. Well, it is, but at the same time, this bike is completely stock. Nothing has changed on it other than a simple light and, let's see, I changed the tires and the inner tubes and the seat. I still have the original seat and tires in the garage. My dad got this bike from a bicycle shop here in Ohio that has since closed. But yeah, some facts about this bicycle. Schwinn, before they outsourced and went to China or wherever they outsourced to, they used to build these bikes on a assembly line similar to an automobile assembly line. And this one was built in Chicago. Hopefully you guys can see that it says Chicago on it, and it also says Chicago on the front badge, along with the stamped model, or the stamped serial. This was 580, model 580. So yeah, I mean, this bike is definitely old, but at the same time it is smooth. I mean, I have it's been tuned once since it's been, purchased. I really like the bike, but at the same time I would love to have a new one, but a new bicycle costs like $900, so that's another reason why I ride it. It's a little bit too big for me, just shy. It's not crazy big on me. I could use a little, like, smaller frame, but I use what I can, and my dad doesn't ride bicycles anymore, so I figured, what the hell, I'll ride it. So yeah, it's a great bike. People, I'm sure somebody's going to be like, well, why are you riding that old bike? That's a relic, but, well, I ride what I can. So now I'm going to put it up on my trainer and show you, I guess, my self-training. Alright. Alright, a few things about my trainer. It's a Mag Turbo E-Grow. I don't know what it is. I didn't buy it. I actually found it in the house somewhere. So it's not, I don't think it uses the fluid one. It uses just a magnet to slow it down. I really don't know much about trainers. I'd really like a set of rollers. Rollers are the, trainers where there's basically a conveyor belt system, sort of. It's got just two huge rollers like what you would see underneath a conveyor belt, and then you can just free ride. I'm hoping to build a set, but at the same time it has to be precision, otherwise it's not going to work at all. So some other things about this bike. It's got, alright, so a newer bike has shifters that are built into the grips or into the brakes. So to shift, you push it over. Well, not with these. These don't work that way. This is like the most analog system ever. So you get on the bike, okay, and you got your arms up here, and you're going really fast, So to shift, I got to reach down here. I got to take my hands off the handlebars and reach down here and manually press this lever until it shifts. So I'm riding, I got one hand on. I can't do it because I got to hold on to the camera, but you reach down here and there it shifts. So it's really, I remember the first time I got on this thing, it was a nightmare. I was scared. Like, I didn't want to let go of the handlebars or anything and reach down there to shift. But, you know, I took it to a bike shop and they're like, well, we can move it up to here. You know, it'll cost a lot of money. I think they said like 75 bucks, and I was like, eh. And you know, the guy I talked to, he said, you know, people have won tours on bikes like these. You know, it's old technology, but at the same time, this is what people, you know, used to ride, and they used to do it really well. So I have since gotten used to those shifters, and you know, I would love to be able to shift from the brakes, but at the same time, I've gotten so used to these that I don't even notice. You know, I'm pretty good at shifting now from that. You know, another thing is these grips are foam, like from the 70s, so they're kind of old school and nasty. They're not easy to hold on to. But other than that, I mean, I really enjoy the bike. I'd love to be able to get a new one, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. So I'm going to set you down over here. It's going to cut off my head, but I don't know. I mean, I'm wearing my old school Pumas. The trainer is relatively quiet. I've seen some that just sound extremely loud. I can't complain because, you know, I didn't pay for any of this, so. But yeah, I eventually want to get some rollers so I can start training in the garage and actually feel like I'm riding my bicycle, because, you know, on this thing, you know, there's no swang, there's no, you know, it doesn't feel like you're riding a bike, it just feels like you're on a trainer. So, well, that's my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll probably post some more videos on this bicycle because it is so, you know, old and nostalgic. But thanks for watching.